welcome to my journey. This is a meal prep video. Didn't think I was going to have one for you this week, but you know what? I got up yesterday before we started doing our party things, and I said, you got to have food to eat whether you're partying or not. You got to have something to eat next week. You can't just be left to scrounge. I'm not at the place in my journey yet where I could just be scrounging for food. Now, I can start regular food tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Kind of started with it last night. Had a couple little things at the party that I wasn't sure that I would have anything that I could have with everybody else, but I did, and I stuck to my portion size, so I did good. I did really good. We'll talk about that one day, whatever day that is. Maybe weigh-in day, whatever day comes along. But I said, well, I'll just have to do it Sunday morning. I cleaned up what I could clean up last night. I was too tired to finish it. Got up this morning, cleaned up the rest. All the party stuff is washed, dried, packed away, ready for next year's party. So all the party stuff is gone. I still have some decoration stuff over here that I've got to put up, but I'm not going to put that up until I take all my Halloween down. So I got that done, and the recipes I picked are easy. The breakfast one came out of a church cookbook that I had written down, and I really wanted to try it. It's different. It's an egg casserole, but it's different. It's scrambled eggs instead of just beating your eggs in like an egg bake. You know how that texture is. This is completely different, and I'm going to tell you what. It's absolutely delicious. I'm just not even making it up. I could eat it like every day, I think, and never get tired of it. I mean, I'm sure I would, but the way I feel today, because I made it early enough so I could have breakfast today, because I knew I'd have enough servings to get me through. But scrambled eggs casserole, that's what it's called. So good. I had a spoon left that was a little bit more than my portions were for. I told David he'd come in here to get ready to get him something to eat. I said, you got to eat that spoonful of casserole. You got to have that. You got to try it. He tasted that. I said, is it good? He goes, that's good. A little bit later, he goes, I said, what? He goes, that's good. I'm like, I told you it was. It's delicious. So that's breakfast. I'm excited about that every day now. I'm ready for breakfast. And then lunch is, it came from the idea of a white chicken, what was it called? White chicken lasagna soup. Well, I thought I can do something on my own because I'm not going to do lasagna noodles. I'm not going to do any noodles. I don't want the extra carbs, which I could and just eat a few of them, but I don't want to. And as long as I can say no to a carb, I'm going to say no to a carb. Very simple, very straightforward. I got enough of that for the week and a few to freeze. And I haven't tasted it, but obviously it's just a creamy chicken soup with some Parmesan cheese in it, some garlic, some onions. I think it's good. It smells good, I'll tell you that much. So that's what we had for lunch. So that's what we're doing this week. Prep doesn't have to be big and elaborate. Just as long as if you need something to eat, if you know the week is going to slam you sideways if you don't have something ready to eat, then get out there and make you something to eat. You can stop right now watching this video and go in there and maybe pull some stuff from your cabinets, and if you might have what you need to make a pot of chili beans, then make that pot of chili beans, and that's what I want you to eat all week. If it's going to keep you from going after the foods that you shouldn't go after, or to eat too much of the foods that you shouldn't be eating, or even too much of the foods that you should be eating, portion it out. So that's meal prep today. So, okay, well, I don't know what else to say. I'll see. I don't know if we got tagged tomorrow or not. No, this is Sunday. Tuesday. I don't know if we got a tag this week or not. I ain't heard nothing, so maybe I'll see you on Tuesday tag. If not, I'll just see you when I see you. So now let's turn around and get started cooking. To start our scrambled eggs casserole, you want to cook up whatever meat you want to use. I'm using the Maness sausage, half a pound. Either half a pound of sausage, bacon, ham, diced ham, Canadian bacon. You maybe could dice that up. That would be good. So whatever breakfast meat you want, go ahead and cook up your half a pound. Now that the meat is cooked, I just have 6 eggs. a splash of milk, and some salt and pepper. I'm going to beat that up a little bit. And we just want to scramble them. Okay, now that our eggs are done, we need to add a half a cup of sour cream. And this is 1 cup of cheese, but we want to add like 3/4 of it. Save the last little quarter for the top. So stir this around. Okay, now we're going to put our sausage. Now we will put this in a greased, I'm using a 2-quart casserole dish. You could use a square one, which is probably what I would have used, except I still have brownies in it from the party. But this looks like this will work just as good. And then sprinkle the rest of our cheese on top. This will bake at 350 for 30 minutes. You know what? I think I was supposed to do that differently. Well, we're doing it this way. 350, 30 minutes. It is ready. It's been 30 minutes. Cheese is all melted. Nice and brown around the outsides. Now I have been moved up to 3/4 of a cup. So I can have 3/4 of a cup of food. So I'm going to dish out some to eat for breakfast this morning. Well, it's just a nice, you see I have Halloween plates left, so I'll be using those for a while. Okay, now these are my 4-ounce cups. 4 liquid ounces. It goes, there's a little mark, 4 ounces. You can see it's not, oh, I'm off screen. Well, there's that much left. I measured 3/4 of a cup into this container, and if you fill it all the way full, that is 3/4 of a cup. So I figure that will be, whether I get it completely all the way full or almost, that's close enough to 3/4 of a cup, and it will be sufficient. So I will fill up all my little containers, and we will find out how many servings this makes. Okay, so I have this spoonful left. That would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3/4 cup servings. Now, I would just say this and let David eat it. If you're not on a volume serving size, like the volume that you can put in your stomach like I am, you can make this as many servings as you want. You could divide this last little bit in between these 5 servings, and you'll be fine. You could even cut it to 4 servings instead of 5 and have a bigger serving. So anyway, that's how many I'm going to get out of it, and I will know for the future that I will have 5 servings and a spoonful. So that is it for our scrambled eggs casserole. To start our creamy chicken and spinach soup, I've preheated my Dutch oven, and I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of butter. Melt that down. Okay, I want to add onion to taste, about a small onion's worth, and a clove of minced garlic, which I just eyeballed. And then we will cook this until the onions are tender. Okay, the onions are tender. Now we're going to add 1 can of chicken broth. Kind of scrape that off the bottom a little bit if it got a little bit too brown. Then I want to go ahead at this point and add my chicken. This is 2 cups of pre-cooked chicken thighs. You can use chicken breast, you can use a mixture, you can use rotisserie chicken, whatever it is you want to use. But I want to try to break this up a little bit more, so I'm going to put it in now because I can cook my chicken broth at a higher temperature than when I get my cream in there. So I'm going to put the heat back up on this a little bit and cook it, breaking my chicken apart. This is a step you can bypass if you like the texture of your chicken, and just put the chicken in at the same time you do the spinach. That's up to you. Okay, I didn't even have to really turn it up. I just played with it a little bit and got it shredded the way I wanted it to. It's just more of a shred than a big dice that was on it. Ooh, I'm splashing that all over me. So the next thing we want to add is 4 cups or one of these little quart containers of fat-free half and half. You can use full fat, low fat. I just thought I would save some calories with the fat-free. Half teaspoon of salt, some pepper. Now I don't want to bring this up to the boil because I don't want my cream to turn on me. But I am going to get it hot before we add the spinach. Okay, the cream is getting hot. I want to add a half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. Now you can shred your own. I buy it shredded in the bag, but it's not the grated kind in the can. This was actually the shredded kind. So we're just going to stir that around just a little bit here. And then we want to add our spinach. I have this is a 5-ounce container. If yours is a 6-ounce container, then that's fine too. So I'm going to add the whole thing. Now we are just going to cook and stir this until this spinach is wilted. And that's going to be different for everybody because I like mine done. I'm going to want mine done. So it may take me longer. Well, it has come up to the boil, and I'm going to let the spinach go where it's at because I just don't want to take a chance of my cream breaking. This is 3 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed in with 3 tablespoons of water that I want to thicken this up with a little bit. So we'll cook this a few minutes. Now to plate this up, instead of using my little small 4-ounce cups, like we said on breakfast, that would be 3/4 of a cup if you fill it full. But with this liquid and all, I don't want to. I think it'll just be too tight of a squeeze. So I'm going to use my, even though I'm not going to fill it up, I'm going to use my 2-cup containers here. There, I think that'll work. So there we have it. So I will plate these up and see you on the other side. So here is what I made for this week. I have the scrambled eggs casserole. Boy, oh boy, it was good. I will definitely be making that again. And then my soup is some creamy chicken and spinach soup. It made 8 3/4 cup servings. I'm going to save 5 for the week and put 3 in the freezer for later. So I will have the calories and the carbs and the protein on the screen. So I'm glad I decided to do it because I knew I needed some food to eat, and that will do it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a good weekend. And guess what? Tomorrow's Halloween, so I hope everybody has fun trick-or-treating, and I'll see you in my next video.